watching now, tuning into the live, or if you're watching after the live, please make sure to hit that like button, as it will help me push through the analytics, and we will get more people like you and I in here, and I will push through the algorithm, and we'll be able to have a more active discussion. I want to thank everybody who's tuning in already here as we just get started. Crypto Roger, John Hall, welcome in. Richard Williams, good evening. BNB, I mean, I don't really have much to say about BNB. It's heavily manipulated. But Mel, welcome in. We'll get into that more. Ryan Brubaker, welcome in. Matt Holden. Matt, there you go, Julie. ATK, good evening. XRP on CLT. Miss Vicky, good evening, love. Virus589, welcome in. Bullish across the technical analysis spectrum for sure. Right now, it's starting to flow that way. Jay, welcome in. Jose, good evening. Sean Rigg, welcome in. Christopher Jason McDonald, welcome in from Canada. Tanya, welcome in, love. Hi, Crypto Dad. Hello. Charlotte, love, welcome in as well from Saskatchewan. Clearly, everything is heavily manipulated, it seems. Oh, it sure is. Sully, good evening. D, JB, Blaze, welcome in. So, good evening. 7:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. Louisville, welcome in. Cheers to you. Dean, good evening. Sully, welcome in, buddy. Hamza, I didn't see your name. I forgot about you. Good evening. So yesterday we talked about how in the 4 hour, we'll just go back to yesterday's live, because I like to refer when I'm in the lives, as I see a lot of the same people in here, and then we get a lot more new faces as well. But I see a lot of similar faces in here every time we do the live, which is awesome. We get to build a little back and forth here, which is nice. So, we'll go to the daily candles. How about that? Because we got 9 minutes to the next close. So this daily candle was more of a gravestone. This was more of a dragonfly, more top heavy again. And today, this would be a good close. This would actually be a nice close. We'd be back on top of the 523. And we would also be on top of the previous candle. So we're looking for a close at 527 or higher. And tonight, we're on the bullish side of town. Remember yesterday I said we were starting off a little bearish, but I still thought that we have to touch this resistance here. So this, just because it comes up here, doesn't mean that it's just over and we're bullish and we're going to go to $1.50 or 95 or 85 or 60. Most 60. I think we're targeting 60 cents. I think this setup is targeting 60 cents. That's why earlier in my update I said 13.5% roughly was the move. So if you're going to have a bearish cross in the daily and you're going to really be bearish, you should reject here around 585. You should have an overrun though, and have a volatile move back down where you could trap a few people for liquidity sweep. That goes both ways. So, and it looks like we were correct with the way we diagnosed this on the initial drop. We talked about on the initial drop how it was designed as a bear flag, or it's a bull flag disguised in a bear flag. So, yeah, 60 cents would be the top end. But we should be targeting firm right here where this cross is happening. Somewhere around 58 cents firm. But like for the overextension, I was saying 60 cents. But 579 right now. And it's going to come down a little bit after the daily candle close. So it's probably going to be, you know what? Trading with J-Ride, it'll probably be around 573 by the time this candle closes. So I'm thinking as long as we would get over, you would have to get over this right now, 579, so 58 cents and hold it. So this is the daily. So this is the daily, and I thought this would break bullish out of this formation to retest this area. Now, what's starting to happen here is in the 30-minute, we're getting that validation of what we were thinking yesterday. We got a golden cross. We had the liquidity sweep where if somebody was going long, let's just say they were in here, it came up here, they would have probably sold out here on a stop loss and now been like, son of a bitch, I wanted to ride out this move. Or they bought in this move and then they're already out because they're already getting liquidated or whatever. These are liquidity sweeps for the finishing move or the further move up. This is what you need. You need consolidation. You need some more money. So now you held this area. Now it looks like it's getting ready for a move up. To confirm this move, you had to hold the golden cross. So in the 30-minute, we've done exactly what we need to do. Another real nice candle here to end the day. In the 45-minute, we came down for consolidation. It's probably going to do this all the way to the 2-hour, and that's what we came down to. 1 hour, 20-day, 2-hour. Nope, 2-hour didn't quite come there. I mean, it came close enough. So we're really trying to finish this move up. That's what it looks like to me in the 30-minute. We're trying to finish off this move in the daily. So first move, those we're probably going to come up here to 54 cents, see how we react. And then we'll probably do the same thing every step up, because it might turn into like a rising channel here, but we can see the W reversal. I think we can all acknowledge there's a W reversal there. And it looks like a bull flag is, bull flag formations formed. That's just me. So our next area in the 1 hour is going to be to come up here to 541 to the 1 hourly. True, I seen you in here as well earlier before the live started. Welcome in, True. I appreciate you being in here. I just remembered. Mr. Extra, Sour Cream, Taco Supreme, welcome in. Hamza, you just keep buying. Just buy them at your appropriate levels and the way that your plan is. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. For some, it's expensive. For some, it's very cheap right now. And for some in the accumulation phase, it means buying until the next big breakout. Hey, Joshua, welcome in. No problem at all. No problem. Just make sure to hit that like button. 112 people in here already in 6 minutes. Wow. Only 50 likes, though. Please, please, please. If you want to see more of your friends like you and I in here and you want YouTube to push this content through the algorithm, please hit that like button. I don't do paid promotions, advertisements, or sponsorships, so there's no way for me to build capital here so that I can do further advertising on my own. I don't charge you for the content, so I really do rely on this audience to at least hit the like button so YouTube is forced to push my content, or for you to share my content, just in good faith. Since all my content's free and, I don't make you sit through advertisements and yada, yada, yada. You can always send a YouTube super chat if you feel the need, or you can join Tom's Army, but I really need your help in hitting that like button. That's the bottom line. We'll do TA on XLM for sure today. We talked about the inverted head and shoulders in the live yesterday and the imminent move up. And we're doing that imminent move up as we speak. I seen a few others as well. The live this morning was amazing. I appreciate that, ATK. It was nice. It was nice to see the ones who decided to come out, or the ones who decide to watch it, because that's very important. Not necessarily be there during the live, but watch the video as a whole. ATK, we'll look at the DXY as well. We'll take a look at Bitcoin. We've got a lot to look at here. We got 4 minutes until the daily close, so let's do a real quick market wrap. DXY starting to crater here a little bit. We've talked about a million times. Are we going to get on top of this level, or are we going to come up here, or are we going to invalidate the structure? And we're finally going into the third day of the summit tomorrow. We're finally invalidating this. A lot say that there hasn't been anything talked about the dollar. Everything that I've been hearing is devalue based. So now the dollar is starting to feel it. We're about to start reversing. That's a pretty big bear flag there. So if this is the case, it should bring us down to 102.60, and that's going to give us that room to run. Remember what we talked about. Once the DXY comes down, it should give crypto the ability to run. Actually, it's not even that far. It's about 102.93 is the first real move. So expect to move just a little bit farther than this. But that's what we're looking at right now. Is the DXY done, as we're in a very big rising channel, and these are very big bearish reversals at the top. And counterintuitively, gold, which had a nice day today, we talked about it when it was reversing at the bottom. Remember, it was at 1887 yesterday, and we talked about it was about to move up. And we were going to, at the very least, retest 1930. But it could be the start of a reversal, because this isn't a falling channel, which is a bullish reversal. The complete opposite of the DXY, which is in a rising channel, which is a bearish reversal. So is this starting to give way? In the 30-minute, we've already given up the first key in the 30-minute. We're finally starting to give up the 30-minute, the 200-day. That's the first signs of a major reversal here. So the DXY could possibly be reversing here. So pay attention to that. We got, in that gold-silver ratio plummeted today to 70 to 8.8. It was at 85 earlier. 85 to 1. XLM, because we're trying to do this into the daily close real quickly. We got 2 minutes left and we can continue on XRP. So XLM, we talked about the inverted head and shoulders. It played right into that. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Now it's coming up. We've got the 1326, which is the neckline here that we have to break to maintain bullish and move up to the next level. But our first level of resistance we've already come up to. But this appears to be standard operating procedures. We've done a Goldencross in XLM as well. And this looks just to be the beginning of the start of this move here, ladies and gentlemen. So, Teos, what if it's rising but needed the drop, the DXY? Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. The DXY is by no means done. If it comes down to about 102, even if it comes down to 102 spot 50 and holds, but if it's continuing up, you would expect a consolidation around like 102 spot 80 at worst. And then you'd continue up to that 105 spot 50. It is completely possible. In fact, I think that's more than likely because what we're seeing in the cryptos is a very big, these look to be fake outs right now. Not XLM so much as XRP, but this, we've seen what happened in XLM. We've got this inverted head and shoulders, and this could actually come up a lot higher if we break through the 13.2. But with XRP, as we can see, we have a, in the 4 hourly, we're trying, or the daily, I'm sorry, not the 4 hourly, the daily, we're trying to see if this death cross is for real. So we need to have this bearish, this hit right here. So even though it looks bullish in this formation, this is actually not bullish right now. This is just to confirm the further breakdown. Unless we break back up over the 20-day and ultimately get back over here, 60 cents, and then start pushing up, this is still a bearish reversal right now until we see otherwise. There's nothing bullish about it until we can get past this area. This is just a consolidation, a bearish consolidation until otherwise noted. XLM in the daily, it's in a little different situation. It hasn't had that cross yet, and it's trying to fight. So just like XLM's fighting, XRP is going to have to fight and try to reverse course. Because XLM could, the same thing, it could be just coming up here to get rejected around this 13.2 or 13 cents, or even, yeah, it'd be around the 13.2 or 12.9. It looks like we're coming for rejection even more so than just bullishness. We need more volume. XDC, and then we'll get into XRB as we had the daily close. XDC is falling outside of its range right now. And we talked about how bearish that could be if it did break down. But it hasn't. It hasn't officially broke down. We were just using the small sample size. Like, you don't have to use the small sample size. You can open this pattern up now that we have the evidence. Like, that's what I try to tell everybody. We were trying to use a small sample size, but it's just in a long, drawn-out consolidation right now. There's not really much more to say than that. With it's in this kind of a consolidation. So it's either going to break down or break out. But right now in the 4 hourly, it's had a death cross, and we're getting rejected here. So what's going to happen here, this looks like a top and reversal head and shoulders here, and the next target would be around the 3.8 level. That would be the next real target, would be around 3.8 if it does break down. So that's what's going on. It's not, there's nothing happening really. This is, although these tend to be, with the way this is breaking down on this consolidation, this looks like a descending triangle, and if that's the case, these tend to be bullish reversals. So XDC could just be setting us up for another move up. Remember, it's slightly behind XRP and XLM, about a day or two typically. Sometimes up to 4 or 5. So now with XRP after the daily close, we're up to about 53 cents. Good evening, Jan. Welcome in. True, hey, my friend, welcome in. Gianni, I am more relaxed by XRP than XLM right now, honestly. Yeah. I mean, XLM and XRP are both severely undervalued, but I mean, it's a personal preference. I just think if you're going to buy them, make sure you have an allotment for all three. Jan, I hope you're having a good evening, love. I really do. It's always a pleasure to see you in here every single night. No exception. You're always here. I appreciate it. Lewis, good evening. One of the mods in the house. One of the oldest mods indeed. Not by age, but by time in the chat and in the community. You're welcome, Jan. So, XRP right now, Exactly what we talked about for the last couple of days. And it's almost... Tanya, I appreciate you being here as well. Thank you so much. Let's see. The daily with XRP, we're still... Not the weekly. In the daily, we're still coming up here. It still seems to me that that's what we're going to try to do. We got back on top of the daily. Support in the 200. So we closed on top of the 200 EMA in the daily. So that's a good sign to come back up here. Now, are we going to break past the 57 to 60 cent area? That's to be determined. That's to be determined. I got an honest question. Will I be dumb to not take profits at anything above $1? I have 10K invested and bought in at 44 cents. I would much rather just let it do its course. I mean, you wouldn't be dumb. I'm not, when it gets over $1, that's not my intention to just sell it. I bought it at 34.6 cents, so I'm not, that's not my goal, is to sell it at $1, honestly. But I mean, you wouldn't be foolish to take profit, or you got to do what you got to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but Marvin, I really appreciate that. No, yeah, it's all about your interpretation. Like for me, I know a lot of people who buy precious metals, and the moment it goes up 20%, they end up settling back to a pawn shop, which makes no sense to me. You know, so I'm in the accumulation phase, and that means I'm waiting for the next bull market breakout. That doesn't mean a bear market rally that might get us to $1.13 and collapse. You know, I'm not looking to pay a 35% capital gains tax. Now, if we're in it outside of a year and we're talking in like March of 2023, okay. If we're talking March of 2023 and we go up to $1.15 and we start coming down, maybe, because then it's only a 15%. But I would have to be damn sure that we're going to be coming back down into a nice lower lows. 135 people up to 95 likes. I greatly appreciate that, but I think we can do better. I think we can do better. The optics right now is there's 135 people watching and only 95 hit the like button. That gives about a 70%. That's fair. No problem, that guy, Finn. 99% of people will sell at $10 versus $100 a coin. Know what you hold. Well, I mean, it all depends on your financial situation. If you buy at 35 cents and you sell some at $10, I mean, that to me doesn't seem like a stupid thing to do. You're up more than 3,000%. So if somebody's broke and they put 3,500 bucks in and it turns into 100 grand and they can sell 20% out and they got 20 grand in their pocket, I expect them to do it. I expect you to do it if you're broke or if you need money or if this was an investment because you're looking to look forward in the shorter term and long term. You can always have a little bit more, but some people are going to need to have that money. And then if it gets to $20 after a push from 10 to 20, because that's only 100% now. That's what I'm saying. The $15 you got to skip in your head. The 10 to 20 would have to be your next, and then 20 to 40, you got to play the 100% moves. You know, or you can just do the 50 to 100 after, whatever you want to do. But, yep, KBS. Yes, after you buy in 12 months, it goes from 35% to 12%. And KBS, I seen your comment, and I respect the comment, but you got to understand my motive for sharing that content. It wasn't about sharing FUD. I share the news that's presented, and I try to share around what the national buzz is as well. I'll call it out when need be, but there is nothing to call out. And I think that's a move that, to me personally, because I think the SEC knows it's over, and you're going to start to see this one by one. That's why I shared that, not because I was trying to share FUD. FYI. I go through a lot of reading, so I did like 9 updates today. This is my second live. So I share everything I see, so sometimes, you know, it might come off as maybe not my style, but that's because I'm trying to give you all the news. Everything, no matter what it is. I shared a Finbold article yesterday, and I called them out at the end of the article, and I said, this is bullshit. I said, how can you guys say that they're challenging the security when we all know that it's going against Brad Garlinghouse and Christian A. Larson's right now. They already said that XRP is not a security, and it equates to nothing more than computer code. So, oh yeah, thanks KBS. I know you understand. That's why I didn't want to comment to you because you're always in the lives. I understood where you were going with your point. Trust me. And I wish I could have talked to you over in person because I know what you were saying. I get it. But that's why I shared it. So I figured I would just tell you in the live. I was waiting for your comment. See, I remember. Yes, you are, and you even said that in the comment. You said you don't really care what I share. You're going to be here regardless. Is it fun that the FBI rules the charts? I don't know if I would say the FBI rules the charts. I don't think the FBI has that big of a grasp. I think it goes deeper than the FBI. I think that's just that's the cover. Hey, the FBI. I think it's more than that. I think there's a secret entity that we don't even know about that controls the AI trading bots. That's just me. But we've said too much. Let's continue. So in the 4 hourly, we're still, I mean, this looks pretty bullish here still. We're not looking bad. We look for a little correction in the smaller time frame, which now we've pushed up. See how we were long leg doji, very bullish. 2 hourly just put in a bullish move, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we always talk about the long leg doji in the lives or during my updates. It depends on the next candle. Very bullish. We just broke the resistance at 53 cents. The support down here would have been 526 to break below. We broke above. That's a bullish move to start this candle right off the bat. So we'll see if we have a follow through here. But so far to start this 2 hour candle, which happens to be the new daily candle, it started off very bullish. Does anybody understand that? In the comments, please let me know if you understand the significance of what just happened there. This should, if it plays true, give us the ability to come back up here to about 543 now. Based on that move right there. That should get us up to 543 area. We're going to have this first level of resistance at 534 again. But it should get us up there. It should get us up to about the 200-day and the 2 hour. So, this looks like the first step. And Mel, I would love to say to the moon, but as we know in the daily time frame, really all we're working for right now, we're just working up to this daily death cross. That's it. Or not the death cross, but the bearish cross. We're trying to see if we can cut this off. So, I mean, it looks more bullish in the smaller time frame. So this likely will end up turning into a bullish daily candle. Because we have a long leg doji there, it looks like, as well. Maybe leaning more towards a gravestone, but more a long leg doji still. So this looks like it's going to trend up. We got an indicator by the 2 hour. That was a very nice bullish move to start the candle. It didn't even leave us waiting. We already broke the candle resistance on that long leg doji. So that's a significant move to start this candle. It really is. That's a significant move. 141 people in here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody tuning in, trying to get it a little bit more informed on the XRP chart and everything else. Make sure to hit that like button so we can get more people in here, more like-minded people. With XRP, Mal, if we break past this resistance, and let's just say we invalidate that death cross in the daily, which is going to be hard, but if you get up on top of here and you take out the EMAs, and you take out the short-term pattern and just go on the overall pattern, if you got on top of 54 cents, your next major resistance is back around 77 cents. That's where you need to break out of this pattern formation. Then you'll have 85.2 and then the swing high at 937 approximately. On this chart, it was 946 approximately. So that's what we're looking at here. Julie, do you want to relax? So everybody, if you want to relax, if cannabis is legal where you're at, I encourage you, please, please, please join me. I'm in Michigan. It's legal here. So if you'd like to join me, we'll relax. Julie wants to relax. And she just happens to be outside right now. She was walking by. Yeah.
I think this could be used for
Which one?
Also for kidney stones.
What
And
one?
a foot soap for tan legs and feet.
What kind?
This, smart weed.
Smart what?
Pennsylvania smart weed.
What kind of stuff do we have this time, Julie? Pixel what? Oh yeah, we have Pixel Puff this time. It's pretty good. It's not bad. It's only about, I mean, it's about 21% THC. It's a more earthy variety, which I always like the taste of the earth. Also might have a hint of maybe a little orange. Blueberry. It's legal in the UK if you know the right people. Yeah. That's how it used to be in Michigan when it first became legal for medical. You had to have a card, which I had because I broke my back, so I was amongst the first to get it. And but now it's legal federally. I mean, not federally, in the whole state here. You just, they'll deliver it to your house. It don't matter. Julie. Remember how I Tom, should I lend? Ooh, I never like when it starts out with lend. Tom, should I lend $2,000 from my friend? I can pay him back. I can pay them back in 2 months, or should I just save them by myself? Which means no need for hurry, reminding that I lost all my savings, as you all know. Should you lend your friend $2,000? I can pay them back in 2 months, or should I just save them by myself? Which means no need for... Yes, just save them by yourself. Yes, save and wait. So I would not borrow the $2,000 because what happens if you borrow it and you start buying it right now and then we drop 50%? Now you've only... I mean, and eventually it would... You know, eventually maybe it would go to where it needs to. Which it will. You have to be patient. You have time to save and buy. Small and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. That's why I've been showing everybody FOMO Fridays. Does everybody know what it is today? I'm surprised nobody brought it up today. Nobody brought it up today. Does anybody know what today is? And it's one of our ISO tokens, for peep's sake. I'm excited about today. Yes, Matt. Algo. Yes, it's Winning Wednesdays today. Maybe nobody likes Winning Wednesdays, but Casper is on Friday. FOMO Fridays. We're over 7,000 tokens now as a group. Ben, welcome in. I appreciate you being in Tom's Army month 1. Me being abducted by aliens. That's me. My face is self-imposed. Mel is also month 1 as well. Yep, no, I understand that, Mel. I used to do that. Not in crypto, but in other things, like commodities. I'd be like, all right, I got to get B2 Gold and Kinross and, what was the other one I always liked to get? Oh, Fortuna Silver Mines, and then, you know, it'd just be a whole downward spiral. And then I realized, if I'm going to get a gold stock, B2 Gold, because it's the one I trust the most, 5% dividend right now. Let's live on the wild side. So we did. We bought it at $2.94. You guys all seen me do it. And right now we're up a little bit. Today it's up 3.3%. The gold silver ratio went down to 78.8 from 85.4 today. That's a big drop. It's a big drop. XRP in the daily, I heard somebody say. In the daily, that's what we're following. In the daily, we're going to try to push up now. The 2 hours already speaking to us, and if it's more than just a fake out, it's already showing that we're going to break this likely in the daily. I fully anticipate, unless this is a fake out, to be up at 543 in the short term, because I think we have to retest up here before we further break down, if we're going to break down. Otherwise, we've held perfectly on the 200-day support, and it can be the start of a reversal. Remember, the one thing that's given this pattern away could be a bullish reversal. And we finally, guys and gals, remember what I asked for? I in fact begged the market on the volume to give me enough volume on one of these candles so I can show you the divergence here. Finally, now we wait. See that? Now we wait for volume in the green to break over that. Because right now that is going to be a bullish divergence if that happens. The price is breaking while the volume is crashing. That's a bullish divergence in the making. I'm telling you guys, this is something to watch. This is a key indicator right now. We finally got it in this weekly to where it fucking makes, or excuse me, where it makes sense. Now it makes sense. ATK, you got 10,000 algo. What should I be buying next? I buy today 10,000 XRP, 10,000 HBAR, 7 quant. What should you buy today? Ooh. I don't like to buy them all at once. I wouldn't buy quant. It's already ran too much. No offense to quant. HBAR, I would have loved if you would have been buying it on FOMO Fridays. We're at a resistance right now, so you have to be careful. We got rejected here, so it's possible that we have a further correction down in the weekly. But right now, if you buy it right now, we have a golden cross that we're hitting support on. You should be okay. It might come back down here. Looks like we put in a double bottom. Volume crashing. This looks like the recipe for a further move up. However, if we break below this, you know it could be a problem. But if you're asking me between XRP, HBAR, and Quant's out. It's too expensive. It's over $100 a token right now. XRP is too high to me based on relative to where it was at. HBAR is still the better deal. It's just you could be looking at a more imminent fall on HBAR or XRP. It's so hard to say which one to just buy. XLM's overpriced now from where I would say just buy XLM. I was telling everybody to buy it at 6 cents. It would behoove me to say to buy it at 12.7. It's still a great price, but look, you're stuck within this formation. If you're going to buy XLM, make sure it's about to break out. And it very well could be, but it's stuck within this formation. I bought my XLM at 6.4. So, you know, it's hard for me to say for people if they should buy now. The one I can say that's close to my buy is DGB. DGB is the one I told everybody with patience, you'll come back down and retest this channel, or at least close to it. And we came close. You can essentially have my buy. My average from the previous to this, when it was over here when I bought with the other person, is right around probably 0.06 now. A little bit lower, 0.058. But you're right there. So everybody who asked me if they should buy it up at 1 cent, and I said no. Down here, if you want to start dabbling in, what the hell's wrong with it now? In fact, on FOMO Fridays, just because I love DGB, I may in fact dip in another, I don't know, maybe buy another 8,000 and put it over 70,000 now, on my way to 100,000. Although it's not 20% under, so you know I have to cautiously weigh this, but it looks like a bull flag's forming. Looks like it's going to come up a little higher to retest these, and DGB's already had the proper breakdown. It's had a much bigger breakdown. Now we're having the reversal part of this pattern. FOMO means fear of missing out. Fear of missing out. So I call it FOMO Fridays for that exact reason. So, real quickly here, speaking of FOMO Fridays, if you want to, Winning Wednesdays, if you want to tune in for Winning Wednesdays right now, and you want to be a part of it, we have a much better deal this week on Algo, and it's starting to move a little bit now. But our last purchase for Algo was last Wednesday, and we're going to do this right now. So anybody who wants to join me, right now we have in Algo, we have 3,382 tokens, and as a community, we spent $350, we're down $17, and with all the buy-ins and the over fees on Uphold, our average is 11.1, 11.164. Our last buy-in was last week, and we got last week 719 tokens for $76, which it's $75 after it takes the dollar fee off. So I'm going to buy it right now, and I'll show you guys after. I'll tell you exactly how much we get for it. So we've got Algo, 76. This week we get 746.9 tokens. So that's what it'll look like if you buy it. And then we got to get back to XRP because we have a lot of important stuff to talk about. Let's all subscribe as well. Yes, I would appreciate if you would hit that subscribe button as well. Consider joining Tom's Army or sending a YouTube super chat, but just hit the like button if that's all you can do. I would greatly appreciate it. So we preview the trade. And I told you all when it became the proper time that I would do this with everybody so that we could all buy our stuff together. You know, we made a hell of a dent. We bought H-Bar. We're buying Casper right now on FOMO Fridays. What is going on here? Oh, there we go. Preview trade. Confirm trade. 746 point something. Hold on, it's going through. 746. And look how quick we're building up now. Remember we had an 11.17 or 11.18 average. Now we got 746 algo. We're up to 4,129 algo now. See how quickly it happens? And now our average came down to 0.10987. For transparency purposes, that's what we have. And I know it's inverted, but you're going to have to figure that out yourself. So we're doing a fantastic job, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for tuning in on Winning Wednesdays. Yes, FOMO Fridays. Winning Wednesdays, $75 a week if you want to participate. We're building 10,000 tokens. Mel, 10,000 tokens of algo right now. We're up to 4,300 and change as we see. That's on $75 a week. We've spent $425 so far. So that's 7 weeks approximately. We have FOMO Fridays where we bought H-Bar for 9 weeks as a community. So it's $50 a week if you want to participate in that. If you want to do both, I started algo after we got done with H-Bar with Winning Wednesdays because FOMO Fridays wasn't enough because we had accumulation on 2 different tokens that ended up being there at the same time. And algo is important because of the cycle it's in. We don't know how long it's going to stay down here, and we need to capitalize while it's in this cycle. So, FOMO Fridays, we did H-Bar for 9 weeks, $527, $50 a week. Last week we did like 122. And we got 10,057 tokens at 5.2. Now we're working on Casper, and we've got over 7,000 tokens. So we've only got like 2 or 3 weeks left on Casper, and then we're moving on. I haven't decided which one's going to be next. But this is how we're going to get 10,000 tokens of our ISO, our ISO 20022 compliant tokens, and also our Internet of Things tokens. So, algo, this is the formation. We're in a descending triangle still. We're trying to break past this tier, and if we get past this 10 cent approximately and hold, you'd come up here to this resistance at almost 12 cents. We want it to keep breaking down, so this is doing exactly what we were hoping for. Buying started in this formation to buy. Hopefully we can keep buying the stair steps down until it's ready to move up. In the daily time frame, we are going to have a reversal at some point, but it still looks slightly bearish, but we'll see how long it takes to turn around. So thank you everybody for participating in Winning Wednesdays. If you could just let me who tuned in for Winning Wednesdays. 143 people, 149 likes. Fantastic job. You guys are just absolutely fantastic, you guys and gals. You're welcome, Mel. I hope that explanation will suffice. So XRP, remember what we were looking at in the 2-hour time frame. We want to make sure that we don't get invalidated in that move. It hasn't yet. It was just, we're starting to get a little bit of a pullback here, which always happens. We already made a first, it's either a premature breakout or this is a sign that it's a matter of time in this candle before we start moving up a little bit more. So the goal on this candle would be to close above 53 cents, but ultimately get back above, we want to get back above the 5313. So I think this is looking more bullish here. We're just going to wait for a little bit of consolidation, a little bit of liquidity, last second to push out the longs that might get a little, edgy. They might have, a lot of people could have put in like a 50 or 125x trade when that happened in the 2-hour, just, hey, that's my signal, I'm buying, and now they got liquidated on that little move down because they put out too much leverage. Even though they picked the right move, You don't know when the move's going to go, so it's very risky to pull a lot of leverage. So Bitcoin, I had the technical target from up here down to 25,194. We came within 150 points there. So I'm going to say that's close enough. I didn't think it was far enough here, but we definitely came close enough here. So I think that satisfies that move at least to where we have to move this up, or at least make a second one to show that bottom. And then we'll keep mine up there as well. The technical target in case we come down, it's supposed to be 194, but close enough. But Bitcoin, we fell out of that broadening wedge, and we knew the technical target was down around 25,194. We'll erase that. We'll just get rid of that. And you know, I probably measured that wrong, because if I would have did it properly, we would have got the exact target. See? If I would have played it off the 200-day rejection instead of the formation, it would have brought us right to that target. So that did play the technical target. I just played it from the pattern formation. It actually, if you played it from the 200 here, it played it perfectly in the 2 hourly. So, I mean, it satisfied it in the 2 hourly. So now it looks like Bitcoin, just like XRP, this looks like we're going to come up here, 27,647 in the 2 hourly to try to see if we have no strength. That's a bull flag setup. That's very bullish here. A wide W reversal. So we knew after that we were going to have a wide breakdown. A lot of people just went short here. A lot of people went short here to play it down to the CME gap at 21,800 area, 900. I thought that was a mistake. You never do that. You always have a bounce back, even if you think it's going to come back down. Well, yeah, Quant runs it all, ladies and gentlemen. Quant does run it all. Quant runs it all. It's how we can do what we do. It's not that I don't cover Quant or I don't have it. Right now, Quant's looking to start breaking out again. We've got this pivot level at 100 spots. It's the $100 level. We broke back through the first tier again. Now we're trying to push back towards this breakout of 118. We've consolidated since the breakout. Remember I said the best opportunity here when we were covering this for a few days was for it to consolidate down here and have a breakout after it built pressure. And now this is exactly what it looks like it's ready to do. That is a perfect recovery here. And I would be shocked if it doesn't make a push to 118, at least attempt to, in the immediate short term. H-bar, since we talked about it, then we'll go back to XRP. I like to swing through. H-bar is in a critical moment as well. Multiple 2-hour time frames where we're trying to bust through the resistance, and we're trying very hard. If we can get through this very big resistance at 621, your next level that you're going to target is in approximately, I think it was in the daily. No, see, we held this. We have the Goldencross held now in the daily. See, H-bar's ready. H-bar, that was a liquidity sweep. It's ready. This is ready. I think H-bar could be getting ready for something. I think our next big move's up to 795 area. If we can break this, we're coming to the top of the channel at 795. We held the daily Goldencross here. That's why I'm so excited about it. So excited about it. I fucking love H-bar, though. H-bar is so undervalued. It has a partnership with XRP. Not in the way you would think, but in the issuance of CBDCs. It's very, very well liked with part of Fed now as well, H-bar. Very well liked. Yes, X-ray. I don't disagree with that with Quant. It very well could. So H-bar, we're looking for a big breakout here, as we do have the Goldencross in the daily. So just make sure that we're just waiting for this initial level to break at about, I guess we could say the 6.2 level. Thank you, Tanya Love. I appreciate that. Well, I appreciate you for kicking me in the schnaluskis and telling me that it's time to buy H-bar. You've waited so long. What are you waiting for? That's why I came up with FOMO Fridays. That it just came to me. And then winning Wednesdays for algo and then our next thing. So, and nobody says you have to buy both. This is just the way I'm accumulating my bag. And it shows everybody why I did what I did with XRP and why I'm not looking to sell in the accumulation phase. My bag's not packed yet. It ain't packed. It's getting there. Every week we get a little closer. But now, if the bull market ended today, you see how much time we've spent doing the accumulation? If it just ended today and it just went off, we would never finish what we were starting. But we finished with the 3Xs. We finished with H-bar. We finished with VeChain, ZIL, DGB. So XLM, XDC as well. We're almost done with Casper. Only about 2,800 tokens to buy still. No, less than that. But we're over 7,000 for sure. Algo, we're getting, we're starting to get dangerously close to the 50% mark. So I really appreciate this journey with everybody. I'm not sure if anybody else on YouTube you can follow that is this transparent and will help you build your portfolio like this without asking for any money. The Internet of Things tokens, let's start with IOTA, DGB, which is Digibyte, Theta, VeChain. So those are the four major ones for me. VeChain, VeChain, DGB, Theta, and IOTA are the big four in the Internet of Things. There's more smaller ones and more speculative ones, but those are the four I know for sure. And Filecoin, Filecoin as well. Filecoin, Theta, VeChain, DGB, and IOTA. Those are the five. I knew I was forgetting one. Filecoin and Theta, we're getting a little more expensive. Theta's getting down a little bit now. But yeah, IOTA doesn't work in my region either. I can't buy it. Even on Uphold, it's there on the exchange, but I cannot buy it. So it sucks. It says available at some point, but that's the one that really bothers me. If I don't have IOTA when this moves on, I'm going to be very pissed. I'm going to be very mad. Lewis, what happened to XLM 10 to 25%? What do you mean? You're going to have to be more specific, Lewis. What do you mean what happened to it? XLM was just up 6.5% from when I said it. I'm not sure what the question is. It hasn't even satisfied what my condition was for it to finish that move. The first move was 6.5%. The second was around 15%. The third was upwards of 25%, or 13.5%, and then 25%. So first target hit, second target's up here. Nothing's happened. The course hasn't played out. I just said it last night, and in my update earlier. It takes time. It takes time. That's if the inverted head and shoulders plays out. Yes, X-Ray, same with me, and it irritates me. And IOTA's the one that, just like XRP, DGB, the third one that stuck to me real hard was IOTA. And I love XLM, I love XDC, but IOTA's the big one. And I love Algo as well, but if I had to choose between the two, I've said it a million times. I love Algo, but IOTA's deep. It's deep in the Internet of Things. And if you don't understand the Internet of Things, it controls the new AI front, the new smart houses. The new smart cities is controlled by the Internet of Things. So if you can't beat them, you join them so that you have enough wealth to live nicely in these environments. You ever hear of paying your way out of something? Even in the new frontier, you're going to be able to pay your way out of it. It may be a different form of paying or payment, but you might as well be in the upper echelon to where you can control your next move. Do I think it's going for it? I think so. I haven't seen the proper rejection to tell me otherwise. We have the bullish cross. The one thing that can happen here, you should get a rejection somewhere around here and have to validate this move up. So I'd expect a little bit of a move down, possibly. But it can still come up and make that first move down after it comes up to the... What I would like to see here is for this to break up, hit the 200-day up here at 12.9 or 13 cents, and then come back down and consolidate on 12.7, and then rise up and do it in steps. I think it's got a big shot to come up there still. If that inverted head and shoulders plays out, we have to break the neckline, though. That's the condition. The neckline's at 13.26. Otherwise, this can be a fake out and come up about 8% in total in the move, and then come right back down. Or about 13%. What am I talking about? Actually, it's not. This would be the 8%. Nope. Okay, so 11. Okay, so 11. So it goes from 7 to 11 in this range, just depending where you started. I could start a little bit lower. But, yeah, so we need to break above here in the short term, and then we should be able to meet up there with XLM. I think it's got a better than not shot. If it were to get rejected... Whoops. If it were to get rejected there, I gotta pull that back up. Hold on. If it were to get rejected here, it could possibly be a problem because you'd have to consolidate in here. But you're looking for a breakout here, like I was saying in the 2 hourly. And you're looking to come up here and try to tap up here at 13 cents, then consolidate down here, and then start to bounce up, or just break right through. So we should be more imminent for the move here. XRP still looks fine to me. That 2 hour move is telling us likely we're starting to build some steam here. I know we came down a little bit for consolidation, but as long as we hold this, the consolidation here, we should be fine. We really should. I mean, that was a look around the landscape. That was a look around the landscape there. Hey, buddy. Hey, bud. Did you want to come out? My son walked out with Julie, and then he walked back in. Thought he was going to come over here. So that's what we're looking at right now. 51 minutes. What a beautiful 51 minutes. You know, I get to a point where I'm not sure what else to talk about. We'll watch that play out. DXY continues to move down here while we're on. We talked about how it should start coming down here. We got to look for somewhere where it's going to touch it. We broke through the 30 minutes, so we knew the reversal was starting. We were getting rejected here, so we knew we were going to start coming down. It's just how far do we go? Now we have to look at the 1 hour. So our next support to see if it can hold is that 103 spot. I don't think that's going to hold. I think we're probably coming down here to 102 spot 86 area. But we'll see. If this keeps coming down, it's going to allow crypto to start moving more. And silver, I think silver was front running what was going on here today. Silver had a major move for silver. I mean, that was a big move. In one day, you don't often see that big of a move in silver. I mean, it was a nice move. It was. Yesterday, we were all the way down here, but we're at the bottom at 23.10. We came up like 5.4% in the last 24 to 36 hours. It was a nice move up. So, XRP market cap is at 29. What did that say? It was just under 28 now. 27.996 billion. This looks like it's got a retest set up here as well for about 30.5 billion. It all looks like it's coming up there. It really does. This looks like it's speaking to a move up there. I can't help it. I said it yesterday. I'll say it today. This had a long leg doji here today. In the 2 hourly, it just had a nice breakout candle. Now it's coming back. Might come back to 27.9 to make sure it has the support. Just like with the XRP price action, it might come back to make sure the support's there. On this chart, 528 area. But this is the all-time chart. Oh, no. This is the short-term chart. So this is the one we want. So maybe 528. Just to show the strength like it did. From what Tom says, 2028 is when major things can happen. I mean, that's when the biggest move is likely. But I still point that we could have some kind of run at some point in 2024. But 2025 is a major year as well. We don't know if it's going to take until 2028. But that is when I put my eyesight on it. I don't want to get too emotional before then, because that's the last year with all the extensions put into place now, that the last banking or financial institution, let's just say, can use the old HTML framework. So, yes, Casper, we delegate to on FOMO Fridays right now, $50 a week. Right now, we've got over 7,000 tokens, so we've been doing it for like, I want to say 7 weeks now. This might be the 8th week this week on Friday. But Casper, we're really big fans of. I'm a big fan of. It's something I've wanted to buy for a long time. And now I thought it was in the right rotation. It's just how much more can we buy it so cheap? I've said if it goes over 4.1, I'm done. I won't buy it over 4.1. I would go up to 4.8, but I really don't want to buy it over 4.1. if I don't have to. Now we're already at over 7,000 tokens, so we've only got about 2 weeks left at FOMO Fridays for Casper. But we've got a gigantic W reversal here. So, you know, this is getting ready as well. You should be bullish on Algo. With the Algorand network, it's huge. That's why we're doing Winning Wednesdays. And we found the right time in the rotation. XRP in the perpetual futures is right at 528. So what do you guys think, and Gales, about XRP before we get going here? About 5 more minutes here and I got to get going. It's been a pleasure tonight. Let me know what you guys think here on the last minute. Make sure you hit that share button. Make sure you hit that like button if you're in here. We've done an amazing job. 132 people, 159 likes. We've killed it. As normal, you guys crushed it. If you want to hit that subscribe button, join the over 18,200 subscribers. I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to join Tom's Army to show me that support for all the time I put in. As you know, if you've been around since the beginning, I have not missed a day since March of 2021 when I first started. I don't do any paid promotion, paid advertisements, or paid sponsorships of any kind. And I also don't do any paywalls for you guys to get information. So if you want to show appreciation, at the very least, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And then you can also join Tom's Army or send a YouTube super chat if you feel inclined. It's not necessary. Or you can always go on, a lot of people ask me if there's alternative source. You can always go on Cash App. I just don't ever advertise it. TSpeaka222 if you're on Cash App. If you want to send a donation, but I don't advertise it because there's no reason. And then the last thing, I suppose, if you want to trade XRP, less spot fees, lowest spot maker fees for the USA, and then send it over to your wallet or Uphold or wherever you decide to do it, FEMX. I found that some months ago. Now I've been sharing it because it didn't go down during the 94% uprise and the big move up. I like to have a lot more on and off ramps, as I've explained to everybody, and ones that don't make me do a KYC so that I can trade freely and then send it back to my exchange, or if you have a native wallet or whatever the case may be. And I like to buy XRP when I do it. I didn't want to have the spot fees, and you can buy it on FEMX and send it back over via the ledger to your favorite exchange or vice versa. But it's a way to have extra capital and the exchange didn't go down. So that's it. I hit the like button from both account, laptop, and my phone. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. I would take a look at FEMX. Nothing to lose, 0.9% spot maker fee. They let you put money on if you really want to. You can do it from a Visa, a credit card, a bank account, but then you have to do KYC, what you want to do. Jan, thank you so much for the $4.99 donation. The first one of the night. I really appreciate that so much. Jan says, I appreciate all the hard work you put in every day and for your honesty and humility. I will never forget the kindness you showed me in 2021. Oh, Jan, I really appreciate that. 2021, you know, I had a hard persona back then, but I was a very big softie if you talk to me personally. And I'm glad that you can shed light on that personally. Plus the other stuff you've done for others but get no mentions. God bless you and you fame. Hey, that's how it's supposed to be. Hashtag OG, hashtag Fight Assassin, hashtag Sunny Days. Yes. Yes, but that's why I don't bring up the stuff I do for others. It doesn't need to be brought up because I believe when you do things for others, you're supposed to show humility, and it's a bond between you and that person. It eventually makes its way out. That's why when I see like celebrities and stuff doing a good deed, but they're promoting it, showing it, there's a camera crew, it's like, all right, well, are we really doing this for views? Or are we doing this for the goodness of your heart? So, in the daily, right before I go here, we're trying to push up here and retest up here to see if we're bearish or not. If we can get past this region and hold support anytime over 58, I like to say 60 cents because that's up here at the 100. I think we're targeting 60 cents as an overrun to try to push the 100. But anything short of that, this will just be a bearish consolidation. And we would have a further move down to 37.5 cents, which is the 2020 uptrend. But we can still break out of this. We need to push over the daily time frame, And a big step would be in the 4 hourly, because this would invalidate the daily time frame if we get over the 200-day here at 60 cents and hold in the 4 hourly. It's going to take some work as you have to get past the 20-day in the daily. But right now it looks a little more bullish than bearish. But we'll see, because this is putting in a gravestone doji up here now. So we'll see if this can pull back up, or if this is telling us we're getting a little bearish and need a little more consolidation. So just pay attention here, because we could very well come consolidate a little bit more, as we've talked about. As this 20 or the 2 hour is right here, we could come through on the 45-minute as we talked about, maybe a little bit lower. We've had the the bullish cross here. We've held it the first time. So likely, if we're coming down, 522 would be a good area to look at, but you don't want to lose this support here. So we're trying to hold the 525 if we consolidate anymore. But right now we are starting to pull down a little bit. So let's look to see if this switches from a gravestone into just a long leg doji as more of an indecisive candle. But long time left in this candle. We showed a little top heavy strength to start. Now let's see how it looks to finish. I still think we look bullish up to the bearish cross at least. And our next major move should be to about this 545 or 55 cent area. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.